welcome back to RAYGO Reactions. Oh, right. Leighton is in the house. Leighton, how we doing, mate? Today's a bit of a weird one because usually I wouldn't come on at this time. It's a bit early. I understand people are still doing stuff, but I've got a night planned. You know what I mean? I'm going out tonight, so I thought I'd just come on. Also, it's the 20th, so if anyone entered the raffle, today is the day. You can win a RAYGO Bloom jumper, a t-shirt, and a reaction of your choice. Up to now, there's 5 people in this, so Leighton, you're in it. There's a 1/5 of a chance to win here. 1/5. It's pretty good going. But we're not just going to be doing that. We've also had one of our legendary subscribers by the name of Roger, who sent a message saying, can you react to Sailing to Philadelphia? Now, Sailing to Philadelphia, I did react to already, but it got blocked instantaneously. The moment I put it up, it's been blocked. In fact, I've had about 5 videos be blocked this past couple days. Stupid, to be honest. Let me see what's blocked in case, because if you don't know, I've got a Telegram now, and on the Telegram, that's where I put all the blocked videos. 2 pairs of hands, that's on there as well. I've just been blocked on the Eagles. I've been blocked on If This Is Goodbye. What else have I been blocked on? They're all just being blocked. Father and Son by Mark Knopfler, that's been blocked. But yeah, basically, Roger has said, can you react to this? So might as well react to it now live, and if the video gets blocked after it, at least we've seen it. Do you know what I mean? And he also said, can you react to a little short documentary before you do that, of basically Sailing to Philadelphia, how the Mason-Dixon line, and how the song came about with James, how it came about with James Taylor and stuff. So we're gonna watch that. Let's find this video. Here it is. Let's get this up. Leighton, if you're watching, I need you to let me know if the sound is right on this. Yeah, that's not right. So, first of all, what we need to do is we need to get this. Cancel that. That. Add this. Okay, this is all looking very crazy at the moment. Bear with me. There we go. I'm getting better at this. Right, let's just get into this. This is the story of Jeremiah Dixon sailing to Philadelphia. The Mason-Dixon line.
Ever get to leave our mark upon the world. But 2.5 centuries ago, a County Durham surveyor did just that. The Mason-Dixon line later came to symbolise America's deep divisions over slavery. Yet the 2 men whose scientific genius led to that epic boundaries creation have faded into history. But Northeast music legend Mark Knopfler has always believed a local hero is worth singing about.
I was very taken by the story of these 2 guys. One from my neck of the woods in northeast England, the other from the West Country. To this day, they're famous in the States, but here at home, I think few people have ever heard of them. I'm Jeremiah Dixon. I am a Geordie boy. A glass of wine with you, sir, and the ladies I'll enjoy. All Durham and Northumberland.
Straight up banger, this track.
It's measured up by my own hand. It was my fate from birth to make my mark upon the earth. So why would I write a song about an astronomer and a surveyor who, 2.5 centuries ago, cut a line through a great stretch of American wilderness? Their humble origins didn't stop them from pushing science to its limits. And I'm not the only one who sings their praises.
It's been 26 years I've been out looking for the stones. Last time I was at this stone was 1991. The stones are placed every mile along the line. They're intended to mark the boundary between Pennsylvania and Maryland, which at that time was the Penn and the Calvert families. So this stone that we're at is a milestone. It has an M on one side and a P on the other for Pennsylvania to designate Maryland, Pennsylvania. There's about 230 miles of line that was surveyed by Mason and Dixon. Well, the idea of trying to
I don't know how he's surveying this, but did you ever go to, when you went to school and you had to like survey the playground in meters or something, you had one of those wheels and you move it and it just ticks every meter? Am I crazy, or is that how you had to do it back then? Like, because I'm assuming this was a couple 100 years ago, surely. But how are you meant to survey land and actually get it accurate?
Survey a straight line over this type of terrain, the mountains and hills, when not following a natural course like a water boundary or a stream or a ridge line. Who in their right mind would do that? But night after night they would be observing the stars, and for upwards of 2 to 3 weeks, and then they would spend the days doing the calculations in order to determine their latitude of 1 point. So what took them 2 to 3 weeks, we can do in 2 to 3 seconds.
What?
It's pretty incredible.
Warfare broke out frequently along the borders between the colonists. And about 4,000 square miles of territory were in dispute. And the problem was nobody knew who to pay their taxes to. So in 1760, Mason-Dixon were commissioned to solve the problem. This is a very unusual map, perhaps the most unusual you're ever going to see. It is the legendary Mason-Dixon survey. It was at least 100 years ahead of its time and the equivalent of the moon landing today. It was the finest minds of the age, the finest astronomers of the age.
The moon landing. It's just a tricky one. Do you believe in the moon landing? That's the real question. Leighton, do you believe in the moon landing? Yes or no?
And the finest technology of the age, and having an accuracy that continues to astound even to this day.
Well, I'm Jeremiah Dixon. I am a Geordie boy.
Jeremiah Dixon was my great-great-great-great-great-uncle, a man of Cockfield. He lived here as a young man. He was talented as a young boy, as a mathematician, and developed that into surveying. He was a bit of a lad, and he enjoyed socialising, carousing, and he was actually put out of the Quakers in September 1760 for drinking to excess and keeping loose company.
A glass of wine with you, sir.
Sounds
and
good.
The ladies I'll enjoy.
A lively lad, I think.
All Durham and Northumberland.
He went down to London and was taken on by the Royal Society to do an international trip.
So Keith, we have a Durham mining community lad and we have a baker's boy from Gloucestershire. What brought them together?
Jeremiah Dixon is recruited by Charles Mason, who's a fellow of the Royal Society, to help observe the transit of Venus.
He calls me Charlie Mason, stargazer mine.
Oh.
In the 1760s, these observations were key to a very particular scientific question: the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So here you can see Mason and Dixon's expenses, timber for the observatory, canvas to put over the instruments here, and if you go right to the bottom you can see for wine.
£71. These northern boys can certainly put it away,
Yeah,
can't they?
absolutely. Jeremiah Dixon had form in this area when he was a young man, of course, so it couldn't have come as any surprise to anyone.
Sailing to Philadelphia to draw the line. The Mason-Dixon line.
After a
What a
long
banger.
dispute, it was finally
I
settled.
can't lie, that's his best. In my eyes, that's Mark's best song. So sick. What is that? Calls me Johnny Mason, stargazer am I. It seems that I was raised to chart the evening sky. I don't know how much. Do you know what? I was saying the other day, one cool thing about Mark's songs is he could sing them all throughout his life up until he retired, because his vocal range is just nice and relaxed. He never went to extreme levels with his vocals. And then you got people like, Axl Rose. It's just going to be difficult, isn't it, when you got to try and sing those songs at 60 plus. So you have to also think when you're starting your career in music, longevity wise, let's say it does go far down the line. Do I want to be singing Sweet Child of Mine at the top of my lungs at 60? It's just a bit. It takes too much effort, isn't it? And you've got to it takes the toll on its voice. But Mark could get up on stage now, sing So Far Away by Dire Straits, and I bet you any money it sounds absolutely quality.
That the line should run 15 miles south of the southernmost point of Philadelphia. Mason and Dixon were hired to do the job.
As simple as it sounds, drawing a line through uncharted territory was a mammoth task.
Wales.
You're a good
Nice.
surveyor, Dixon. Oh, but I swear you make me mad. The West will kill us both, you gullible Geordie lad.
This was the wilderness. Steep ravines and hills and mountains and rattlesnakes and bears. It required axemen to cut down the trees. They had pack mule drivers who would drag the trees off. They had a shepherd who took the sheep with them for food, a milkmaid, tent bearers. It was upwards of 115 people. It was like a small army working through the woods.
That's mad. That's cool.
Well, we actually know a lot about the line because Charles Mason kept some extensive records. Mason says the observatory taken down and put with the rest of the instruments in 3 wagons, except the telescope, which was carried on the springs with feather bed underneath it. They had to be careful with that telescope. It was only a few decades later that the line took on a whole new national significance and would earn a place in America's conscience.
This line became much more than just demarcation of boundaries. It became a sort of symbolic marker between the South and the North. Slavery in the South grew and expanded. The very exact opposite was happening in the North. So Northerners had begun to gradually end slavery, Pennsylvania being really one of the first to do that. So Dixon would have approved of this new meaning behind this line. The story that's passed down suggests that he actually prevented the assault of a black woman who was enslaved by her owner, that he took the slave whip away from the owner and refused to allow the abuse to continue.
No way.
You talk of liberty. How can America be free?
Oh,
Geordie and a baker's boy.
mate, it makes you actually realise how much effort Mark goes into when he writes his songs. He doesn't just read a story in a magazine and just briefly go over it. He must go into depth and go, nah, let me see what these boys really did. Let me see what happened on the journey. Because if you actually listen to the lyrics, when the narrator's telling the story and then you listen to the lyrics, he's getting it all in there.
In the forests of the Iroquois.
What a
In the
banger.
American Civil War, the line epitomized the split between North and South. Mason-Dixon were famous a century after they themselves had faded into obscurity.
That's mad.
Well, Jeremiah ended up as a local County Durham surveyor. The reason we're here is that he's buried somewhere here, but we don't know where. And the reason was that the gravestones were unmarked, which was the Quaker fashion in the 18th century. Having spent his life earning his living, putting marker stones down and surveying, then his own life was unmarked, as was Charles Mason's.
There are no true portraits or images or gravestones for Mason and Dixon, so in my own way, I'm glad to have tried to keep them alive in a song. A County Durham lad and a West Country baker's boy, whose incredible achievements mean that they really should be remembered as local heroes.
And a huge thanks to Mark for telling that remarkable story and performing that song specially for us. But that's it for tonight.
Mate, what are you saying, Leighton? What are the chords? Tune, mate. Absolute tune. I play in E flat usually, because that way the singing's not as difficult. Let's see. F sharp minor. Yeah. It's not to E. They call me Charlie Mason, stargazers are mine. It goes to D. F sharp minor with the 7th on top. I don't even know what that means. Tune. Right, do you know what? As Roger said, he wanted me to do that documentary and then he wants me to go into the song. So let's find a good version of the song. I've reacted to one of the live versions, but it just got blocked instantly. So let's have a look at another version. The one there, it's An Evening with Mark Knopfler in 2009. That's just what got blocked. However, recently I've been seeing these little interviews with Mark Knopfler and Brian Johnson, and it looks like they've got some cool documentaries which I want to check out. And he's got one with like Robert Plant as well. Has anyone seen that? It's like a Brian Johnson series. He must have done one with Mark, Robert Plant. I wonder who else he's done one with. All right, let's just check. Yeah, this is it. Let's just watch this quickly. This. It's pretty cool.
Let's just pick one out of the year. Sailing
Brian Johnson's a legend as well.
To me, that is a history lesson set to music. And, you know, I'll bet you 99.9% of Americans don't realise that the Mason-Dixon line were two English people, you know, who set out there. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful rendition and beautiful song.
Oh, thank you. That song, I think, started with just me reading about these two guys, and one of them was a Geordie, Jeremiah Dixon,
Annie,
who I could identify with because he was a Geordie.
The original with James.
And he was an optimist, as opposed to Charlie Mason, who was much more doubtful about life, you know, and so there were a good contrast of characters. But yeah, it goes, I'm Jeremiah Dixon, I am a Geordie boy, a glass of wine with you, sir, and the ladies I'll enjoy. All Durham and Northumberland is measured up by my own hand. He was a surveyor.
Yeah.
It was my fate from birth to make my mark on the earth. What?
But he says in there, in that verses, you gullible Geordie boy.
Yeah,
you know.
because, well, you're a good surveyor, Dixon, but I swear you'll make me mad. The West will kill us both, you gullible Geordie lad.
Beautiful, man.
You talk of liberty.
Look how
How can America be free?
look how effortless his playing is. He's not even watching.
Geordie and a baker's boy in the forests of the Iroquois. Yeah. We are saying, yeah, but then then Dixon goes, oh, hold your head up, Mason. It's Americanized there.
That's
He goes,
raised the cliffs.
He goes, yeah, the morning tide had raised the capes of Delaware.
Brian knows that
Come
song.
up
He
and
loves it. You
feel
can
the
tell.
sun. A new morning is begun. Another day will make it clear why your star should guide us here. We are sailing to Philadelphia
Oh, mate.
from the coaly time, sailing to Philadelphia to draw the line, the Mason-Dixon line.
Cheers, love it. Makes me so. There, and I've sang it with Mark. Boy, oh boy, that's one thing done. Bucket list.
See, that's what you call humble right there. He's a lead singer of AC/DC, but he's just happy to have done that with Mark. So an absolute tune. Annie has said, there's 2 other videos with Brian on this. Matchstick, and let's have a look. Matchstick. What? Ah, you mean with Brian Johnson? Because I love those little videos. Let's have a look. Let's get it up. Mark Knopfler plays Matchstick live for Brian Johnson. Let's have a listen. I could watch these kind of things all day.
As soon as I finished college, I answered the biggest ad I could see in Melody Maker, and I passed an audition to get into a rock band that had called Brewers Droop. I was doing a gig with them down in Penzance on Christmas Eve.
As far as you can get.
Christmas
I wrote a
Eve.
song about it because it was just struck me as being the, you know, I mean, this is what I've chosen to do with my life, you know.
You got us all juiced up now.
Yeah. So there he was then, Penzance to play, Christmas Eve, in a nowhere band. Now early morning, Christmas Day, he's hitching home to Geordie land. Last night the snow came, just my luck, and who the hell do you think you are? Climbing up into that truck with your old bag and your guitar. And you would be vagabond, no one invited you, you know. Matchstick man, up in the dawn, you've got 500 miles to go. Something like that.
Oh, that's so touching. I was with you.
But you know, there's just that real feeling of what you've chosen to do with your life.
No, I mean it. That touched me.
It did.
Yeah, that did.
You can tell it
Well,
did.
because you know what's involved.
What on earth? The guy's a genius. The guy's an absolute genius. You could tell Brian Johnson was getting choked up then. Because the lyrics probably mean a lot to them when you think about it. When you've been through so much, their careers of music are now coming to the end. And when you hear lyrics like that, it must defo put a lump in your throat. Because how Time flies. Time flies. Listen, guys, if you're in the chat, I did a little Christmas raffle, haven't I? It's at the end of this video. We're gonna spin the wheel on it. There's 5 people on it. Hey, if you want to join, it's £5. You can win a jumper, a t-shirt, and a reaction. Lines close at the end of this video. There is a live version of Skateway called Fridays Live. Joel, you're right. Mark, isn't it? He can write about anything. That's why I think Dire Straits are so good, because all the songs, you know, they're not just all about a relationship, or a lot of musicians like talking about this day and age. It's just a load of garbage. He tells like cool stories, literally. It's like little history lessons when he's doing it. Catherine, you're from Philadelphia and you know about the Mason-Dixon line. Is it a common thing over there? Like when people mention the Mason-Dixon line, does everyone know about it? Or is it still quite a rare thing? Right, I think we should react to something here. Let me know in the comments, guys, what's cool, what's something like what you've just seen, that little matchstick 3-minute thing that's kind of cool and fascinating. Is there anything that Mark's done? Let me know. You should watch Mark not play on guitars. Not sure how much longer you're going. Right, I need to, for Roger's sake, I need to do the full Sailing to Philadelphia live. Let's have a look. Is there a live version that isn't the one in 2009? Because on a level, the moment this video finishes, the record companies will be on my back. A couple of people have mentioned that a lad called Dylan Watts, and yous have all said that he's like a Dire Straits fanatic. I checked one of his Instagram post out. It's absolutely quality, but I should probably check one of his videos out. Right, let's just do this one. I want to hear the song, and we need to do it because Roger boy, this is for you. I'm going to react to this version because it probably won't get blocked.
Can't rock out as well.
Not sure if there's a delay with you guys, so when I'm listening to the song, if I play along to it, you might have, it's like, is it delayed when I'm playing? Because I know I'm not playing out of time, but I want to play with it.
glass of wine with you, sir, and the ladies of your joy. All down and Northumberland, measured up by my own.
Mark's face. Not even looking at the guitar. It's all feel.
Calls me Charlie Mason, a stargazer of mine.
Ah.
It seems that I was born to Charlie in the sky. They cut me out for baking bread, but I had other dreams instead. This baker's boy from the West Country joined the Royal Society.
Oh.
We are sailing to Philadelphia, a world away from the calling time. Sailing to Philadelphia to draw the line. It's a picture line.
Hey, oh. Oh, mate.
Now you're a good surveyor, Dixon, but I swear you'll make it, man.
Ooh, who's that guy?
West will kill us both, you gullible George.
That shaker's nice.
Talk of liberty. How can America be free? A Geordie and a baker's boy. The forests are in the corn. Well, I'll get a place. It's America lies there. The morning tide has raised the capes Delaware.
Oh my days. Guys, can you hear that? I think it's a flute in the background. Listen to the flute. Try and avoid everything else for like a couple seconds and just focus on that flute. They don't have that on the original. And you know me, I love that Celtic stuff, that medieval.
Well, I'll get a place. It's America lies there. The morning tide has raised the capes Delaware.
Oh my, that is beautiful.
Come up and feel the sun. A new morning is begun. Oh, another plea will make it clear why your star should guide us here. We are sailing to Philadelphia, a world away from the coming time. Sailing to Philadelphia to draw the line. It's a
That guy in the back's genuinely sick. Ooh, enter the snare. What is that instrument? Is that a recorder? In it, Leighton. Didn't sound like mine either. Saxophone edition. Ooh. Right, look, you know everyone's enjoying themselves because people are starting to add little licks themselves. Listen to the piano. He gives it some little chromatic notes just there. For those who don't play an instrument, like the chromatic notes are notes that aren't in the scale, so they sound a bit odd, but they can also sound really cool. So whereas the let's say the chords are, the piano's going hitting that note. Those kind of isn't it weird, yeah? I watched this interview once, and it was with this guy called he was called Tyler Bryant, and he's saying realistically you could hit every note that's not in the scale, and it will still sound good. So if you've got that, you could hit the. But realistically, if the chords are good. And I'm hitting notes there, a bunch of notes that shouldn't even be in the scale, but you can still make them sound good when you use them in the right places. It's cool. So chromatic can come in well, but listen to the piano here. He gets a bit excited and he uses some chromatic notes, and it sounds nice. Go on, lad. Chimes. Nice. I liked it. That's why I like live shows. They had different versions. You know, the saxophone isn't on the original, and they don't have that flute thing. I think it's. Ben has said it could be a tin or a low whistle, a tin whistle. I can't say I've heard of one of them, but maybe. All I do know is this. After reacting to I don't even know if it's out yet. The other day I reacted to a piece by Mark. What was it now? It was some medieval-y type of song that I got suggested, but it was near. It's like I think it was a couple after Drover's Road, and I asked my girlfriend to buy me a recorder for Christmas, because why the hell not? They only cost about £12. I thought I'd get I just sent her a, you know, she was like, just send me a couple things that you might want, so I sent her one of them. Cheap, but. There's no point in getting an expensive one because you never know. Sometimes you pick it up and you go, nah, I don't want it. Enough of that. I've done it with a harmonica before and I just didn't get round to learning it. So that's my advice. Buy a cheap version first, then an expensive one. But Leighton has mentioned the guitars, Mark's guitars or something. That's an absolute tune. Everyone say what your favourite song is by Mark Knopfler, not Dire Straits. And let me know in the chat what your best song is. I'll be honest, mine is Sailing to Philadelphia, but recently I really like Drover's Road, and I also like I like Golden Heart as well. And by the way, guys, if you haven't seen, I have a Telegram. It's completely free to join. It's in the description of this video. Join it because there's videos on there that I've put on YouTube and they've just been blocked. Good on you, son. 2 Pairs of Hands. Golden Heart's now on there. Alchemy. Once Upon a Time in the West. I thought it was Alchemy, but you guys said it was On the Night. I'm getting them mixed up, but there's a lot on there. Joe, what's your take on 90s Brit rock? I like myself some Brit rock. Like Oasis kind of thing. Oasis. In fact, now you mention it, what do you mean by that? Because I like Oasis. I'm not a massive fan of like Blur and all that. I'm not really into that. I don't know. It's just not really my cup of tea, to be honest. But then again, I haven't really listened to much of it. Have you heard his most listened? What is Mark Knopfler? Go on then. Let's good. Yeah, Leighton. Yeah, because a lot of people have been saying check out Dylan Watts and his little stuff. Since it's a little Sailing to Philadelphia theme today, we might as well check it out. I live in a small rural town, Bedford. It's about 30 miles from a section of the MDI. No way. The Mason-Dixon... Oh, the MDL, the Mason-Dixon line. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. It's actually mental, this little community that's going on. When I watch these things and then you guys say stuff like, you live right near it, or you was at that. Somebody last week said in the comment section, they was at the... they went to the guitar auction, Mark's guitar auction, and they were fully planning on getting one of his guitars, but they were naive to think. They was like, yeah, we might be able to pick one up here for maybe 10 grand. To be fair, I was naive. I wasn't expecting him to go for 450 grand. But he said the moment the auctioneer went, right, anyone, 20 grand? He just went, put his paddle straight back in his coat pocket and was like, I'm out. I guess I won't be... I'm nothing but a watcher for the rest of this evening. It's genius. We can all be dreamers. Trust me. I also wanted one of his guitars. Alright, let's check out some Dylan Watts then. See what he's saying. Because somebody was saying he gets... if you want to get the exact Mark Knopfler tone, check out Dylan Watts. That is the tone. Ooh, nasty work. Major note there. exact same right hand as what Mark does. That thumb and those fingers. Quality, that is absolute quality. So you can see here, look, he is a guitar player. Like, look at the neck, look at where my mouse is here, look around here, the 12th to the 7th so the 12th to the 9th fret, which is where a majority of solos are going to be taking place. Look how, like, the colour is coming off his neck. I bet he actually changes his neck every now and then, because someone like that is really playing. You got to take care of your guitars. Also, does anyone know? Look at where his so you've obviously got your pickups down here. It looks like he's in the middle, so he's using his middle pickup. I've never even thought of what Mark uses, but I do know that when I was making my song Healthy Man, and I wanted to try and, I mean, I wasn't trying to really go for the tone of Mark per se, more as I was trying to go for the instruments he would use, but I was using not the neck pickup, but the one down. Do you know Stratocasters have 5 sometimes? I was using not the one there, but the one in between the middle and the neck. That was cool stuff. Loved your reaction to Golden Heart. Mark not put on guitars is the shortest doc, but you can also watch clips of Mark alive in songs. I'll be checking all this out. I'm intrigued to see as well, because some of you have said that John, is it John Isley or John Isley? But apparently he's got some solo stuff. I'd be intrigued to see what that's saying. In fact, dare we quickly check out one of John Isley's songs? You guys let me know. Let's see. Yeah, I want you guys to see if you know any John Isley songs. Ah, yeah, so it's John Isley. So, 5:15 a.m. I have reacted to, and that one is going to be out in a couple of, I don't know. Honestly, guys, the back catalogue at the moment, I'm doing 2 videos a day instead of 1, just to try and get them out, because I don't want them to be too far behind. If you're doing John Isley, do Long Way Back. See, we've got Isley and Isley. Who's right? Who's right? What It Is, yes, boom. Like That is a favourite of mine. Tells a story of Ray Kroc, who turned McDonald's into a global empire. He's spoken about McDonald's as well. I swear there's a film called The Founder or something about McDonald's. Something like that. My brother keeps making me say watch it, but it's just like, nah. I don't know what it is. Do any of you guys get this? When someone tells you to watch a film, they go, oh, you need to check this out. For some reason, I just never do it. And then eventually, one day, you go, fine. And it turns out, the majority of the time, you should have just done it a long time ago, because it's always pretty sick. I've got a new song coming out, actually, as well, guys. I'll drop it in the new year, but I think you might like it. Sort of, this is the chord progression. It's got a nice little chord in there. This one here. So, it's... I like to think it's my own chord. It's not quite an F sharp minor. It's a... I'm going to call it the Joe chord. Right. Right, you guys, John Isley or What It Is. What, you let me know right now, and I'm going to do one of them. It's either John Isley song or What It Is by Marky Boy. So Far Away from the Clyde is a banger. Better than Golden Heart. Better than Golden Heart! Because I really wish you guys, if you haven't, you check out the Golden Heart reaction I did. On a level, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was not expecting it. As somebody, I'm pretty sure, said it was the first single from Mark Knopfler's solo career. If you're doing John Isley, do Long Way Back. So I'm contemplating if I do John Isley or What It Is. Right. It's looking like you guys want What It Is. What It Is? Listen, I don't turn down any Mark. What It Is. You know what? There's so much back catalogue by Mark. You could literally just stick it. You could, like, I'm going out. When I say I'm going out, I've mentioned it before to you guys. I don't know if you remember, but my brother made a pub because it's too expensive to go out nowadays. I went for 2 pints last night in the pub as a little Christmas before, you know, just a little, why not, 2 pints. And I got 2 pints, 2 baby Guinnesses. And it was like 36 quid. It's just like, what? Like, really? Might as well go shop and get 2 crates in. You know what I mean? So yeah, my brother's got a pub called The Slaughtered Lamb. We're going there tonight. And he's got a dartboard up. It's legit. You may have seen it on the video on Healthy Man. That's where we went to do it. Either way, what I'm getting at is, we always put songs on in there whilst we're playing some darts and stuff. I could literally put Dire Straits and Mark Knopfler catalogue on and be happy with it. And you've got about 4 hours worth of content right there. Right, What It Is by Mark Knopfler live. Question is, which one? Guys, the problem is, yeah, if I do the legit one, is a fat chance it's going to get blocked. I want, when this video goes up, I don't want it to get blocked. So I might have to do a rare one. What It Is, La Noche Abita. Could do that one. He should do the Guitar Heroes Going Home. Guitar Heroes Going Home is coming out. It's the next video that comes out, guys. I'm probably going to drop that either later on tonight. So you've got something to watch there. Guitar Heroes, I've done it. I ain't going to give you my opinion on it, but I'm pretty sure you know what my reaction was. But that's going to be out either tonight or tomorrow. If you don't want it to get blocked, listen to Ishmael's cover. Leighton, I need to hear the original. You have been saying, I'll hear the original and then I'll do Ishmael's another day. By the way, I don't know if Ishmael's cover has dropped yet. I did an Ishmael cover of his, what was it? Was it Telegraph Road? That's also coming. Can't lie, it was sick. There, I said it. I can't even, it was sick. Right, let's just do it. I'm going to do a rare one, guys, because I don't want to get it blocked. But then I won't be doing it justice, will I? Let's be real. Everything Mark does is good. Whether it's live, whether it's not, it's going to be good. Let's just do it. I can notice instantly, but with the sound anyway, I know the sound will be good on this because usually it can be muffled on one ear or not. These headphones, they're a proper set of like studio headphones. If you're wondering what that is, I came back one day and I'm pretty sure a ghost ripped them. Don't know if you believe in ghosts, but there's no other conclusion I could come up with other than it must have been a ghost.
Welcome back to Roma, Mark Knopfler!
That answers my question then. It's Mark Knopfler, not Knopfler. Mark Knopfler and John Isley. Oh, mate!
Alright, here we go now.
Mark looked like he's on my guitar. Hold on a second. Hold up a second, guys. I think I might have reacted to this. And it might be coming out. And now I might be ruining it for the person who potentially donated, which I don't want to do. I'm sure they'll get over it. There's nothing wrong with reacting to it twice, is there?
Well, the drinking dance is spilling out, the staggering in the sweat. There's lads and lessons falling about in the crackling in the air. Down around the dungeon doors, the shelters in the queue.
Nothing left.
Everybody's looking for somebody's arms to fall into. It's what it is. What it is now. There's frost on the graves and the monuments, but the tavern's warm in town. People curse the government, but shovel hot food down. Lights are out in City Hall, the castle and the key. Moon shines down upon it all, the legless and the sleeping dead. Cold on the toll gate, where the wagon's creeping through. God knows what I can do with you, that's what it is. What it is now. Garrison sleeps in the citadel with the ghosts and the ancient stone. High on the parapet, a Scottish piper stands alone. High on the wind, a Highland drum's begin to roll. Something from the past just comes and stares.
Oh, mate, that flute is so sick.
Hold on a toll gate with a Caledonian blue. Oh, God knows what to do with you, it's what it is.
Oh, mate, that riff. Nah, I definitely have, because that riff is too catchy. Check this out. Look at the drummer playing one-handed whilst he sneezes or coughs. Look at the drummer.
Past just comes and stares into my soul. Hold on a toll gate with a Caledonian blue.
Just casually play one-handed for a second.
It's what it is. What it is now.
That's a sick riff.
Burning wick, a lantern in the tower. Wee Willie Wig with the candlesticks, the writing songs in the wee wee. Take a walking stick.
I know I shouldn't pause it, but I'm allowed, right? I'm allowed. I have to, because at least I go back, you know what I mean, and I rewatch. But listen to the as he goes to the breakdown here. He goes from like the upbeat to the low, and it quietens down. The violin, with the way the violin ends. The way it's just sick. I'm listening to all of it, and it's just this is a quality song.
Wee Willie Wig with the candlesticks, the writing songs in the wee wee.
The violin.
Check a light, a burning wick, a lantern in the tower. Wee Willie Wig
Wow.
with the candlesticks, the writing songs in the wee wee. Take a walking stick from my hotel. The ghost of Dirty Dick is still in search of little now. That's what it is. That's what it is now.
Go on, lad.
What it is.
That's so sick. What a banger this is. That ain't no recorder. That's a flute. The flute is only on the live versions. Okay, this is... So they had the flute on Sailing to Philadelphia on the live version. They had the flute on this. They should have added them to the songs. Irish flute. Absolutely banging. I love a flute, but I think the reason Mark hasn't added it to the studio versions is because there might be a... It might make the albums sound too Irish. You know what I mean? And I think he likes it and he wants to do it live, but if you did it on the album, on every other song, it might become some, you know, Irish sounding album, which, if you ask me, I would love it, but it could be a limited. You could only sell a limited amount, potentially. I don't know. Maybe there's got to be a reason for that. But I would happily have a flute on every song. That Irish sound to me is just... I love it. Bro. That good on you, son. Whoa, before we get blocked, guys. I've done a reaction to that. I absolutely love that song. That's an absolute banging song, that. That's going on my playlist. All day. All day that's going on my playlist. How the... Mate. Ah. Ah. Bro. I could just sit there all night and try and learn his songs. Tune! Blinding song, guys. Absolute blinding song. Celtic. You win me over when you start going down the Celtic route. Dylan does a cover of that as well. Okay. What It Is, great song. Great song. There is a big Celtic presence in this band, Welsh, Scottish and Irish. Mark's folk work is regarded as Scottish due to the intervals. Yeah, I was going to say that to you guys without sounding ignorant. How I can't really distinguish the difference between Irish and Scottish music, because obviously you have Scottish bagpipes, but you also have Irish bagpipes. And when I picture that music, I'm just thinking of Ireland. You know, when you go to a pub and it's like Irish music. Maybe Scottish isn't, but then you hear Drover's Road, and that's about the Scottish Highlands. Well, the Drover's Road, isn't it? And that's got Scottish bagpipes in it. I don't know. There was an interview where Mark himself found out about the intervals. If you look at the live version in 2001, he talks about the Scottish songs that inspired him while playing it. Next level. I'll be checking all this stuff out, guys. Don't you worry, I'll be checking it all out. But, listen up. The whole reason for this, the whole reason I went live today is because I wanted to get, Roger wanted me to react to Sailing to Philadelphia. So hopefully he's enjoyed that. Roger, when you watch this, you're a legend, mate. But, also, I did a Christmas raffle, didn't I? So I'm going to do the announcement on this. I've got this little wheel of names. Now, the people who entered this, you've got Yuval, Lynn, Doreen, Leighton, and Bill. 5 people. Now, if you guys... In fact, you know what? Yeah, look. 5 people have entered. Your time is up. Your time is up, boy. Let's find out who the winner is, guys. Hopefully next time it gets bigger and bigger. But you know what? I'm just small time. I'm just little old Joe. I think this is cool. It's cool little things. Christmas, isn't it? When the winner is announced, I'll make sure to contact you. And then you can go on our website and you can choose which hoodie you want, which t-shirt, and the reaction of your choice as well. Let's just do it. You know what I mean? Screen 2. Dun, dun, dun. See this? Let's shuffle this up. Let's just shuffle it. So as you can see, the names are all there. Bill, Yuval, Leighton, Lynn, Doreen. Let's find out who the winner is. Who's going to get some RAYGO Blue merch this Christmas. Let's, Right. Let's spin the wheel. How do you do this thing? Who's the winner? Oh, it looks like Doreen's the winner, yeah. Listen up. If you entered, thank you for entering. If you didn't win, I am sorry. You can see I wanted to make it as even as possible, and obviously you can see there Doreen is the winner. I don't know if Doreen's in this chat, but I will reach out to Doreen and let her know. But thank you for entering if you are in the chat. Leighton, maybe next time, brother. Maybe next time. You're a legend, mate. You really are. Jaws. I'll probably get blocked for the Jaws soundtrack as well, yeah. What is the knobs on the top of your guitar? Which ones? But look, guys, this has been cool. And I'm going to be going live again. I'm going to get a bunch of your guys' suggestions on what you want. Do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy me going live? I don't know whether to do it often or not. I was thinking of doing it once a week, but only if you guys think it's it's enjoyable. But I was thinking we could do other things. We can just watch some cool stuff. You suggest it, I watch it. It's cool, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. I enjoy it personally because I like talking to you guys. But look, Doreen is the winner. I'm going to reach out to Doreen, give her some RAYGO Blue merchandise. This has been cool, guys. I probably won't see you now. I probably won't do another live now till after Christmas. I was thinking of going live on Christmas Eve, to be honest, but I think everyone's going to be busy. But then at the same time, what do you do on Christmas Eve? You don't really want to get drunk because the big day's tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? You kind of want to chill in your house, put a few films on. So that's where I was kind of like, do I go live and just maybe you guys come on and do some stuff? I don't know. Or maybe I'll put up a post and see what you guys reckon, because if everyone's busy, there'll be no point. But listen up, let me just read the last few comments. I'll definitely check out some more Dylan Watt stuff. And Ishmael, he'll definitely be getting hit up. That'll be out soon, Leighton. But guys, I'm going to drop a video tonight. It's going to be the Guitar Heroes. All of Mark Knopfler's Guitar Heroes. That is going to be out at 6:30 tonight. So go and check that out when you can. I'll put up a post, see what you guys reckon. Maybe I'll go live on Christmas Eve, but I'll ultimately leave it up to you guys. This has been fun. If I don't see you, have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. I hope you're all having an absolute smashing time. Everyone's healthy. And I'll see you before the new year, so I can wish you a new year then. But have a good day. Enjoy your day. Just remember, Christmas Day ain't about presents. It's about having a day off and just having some fun. You know what I mean? And relaxing with your family. Until next time.